Hey everyone, it's Fun Patrick once again, and in this video, we will be releasing the number 86 player in the NBA for the 2017-2018 season. This player has been a staple of the Orlando Magic franchise for about 6 seasons now, so let's get right to it. The number 86 player in the NBA for 2017-2018 is going to be Nikola Vucevic of the Orlando Magic. Mr. Vucci Mane just finished his 6th season with the Magic, which seems kind of crazy because those 6 years went by really fast. And this past season, he did pretty good. He averaged 17 points a game, 9 rebounds a game, and a career-high 3.4 assists a game. He also showed continued development on defense, averaging a block a game and a steal a game. Another interesting addition to Mr. Vucci Mane's game this past season was the development of his long-range shot. The previous season, he only shot 1 3-pointer a game, where this season that increased to 3.6 3-pointers attempted a game. And he did only make 31% of his 3-pointers, but that is still really good for a player who is Mr. Vucci Mane's size. I really liked how he played at the beginning of the season. When Orlando was on that hot streak, I even had him as a top 35 to top 40 player at some points. His best game of the season was his second game of the season versus Brooklyn, where he had a very impressive 41-point, 12-rebound performance. And the dude was just like on an absolute tear the first 10 games of this past season. So despite all of this, why did Mr. Vucci Mane finish only 86th on our list? Well, first I do take durability into account, and he did miss 2 months in between December and February. A fully healthy Nikola Vucevic would have likely finished a lot higher on this list. Next, he did put up good stats, but the team success wasn't necessarily there. From watching more games after the All-Star break, even though he was putting up good stats, he didn't necessarily stand out all the time. And it's not like he wasn't talented. He's really talented. I just felt like he could have been doing a little more just from watching what was going on in the games. And again, I mean, a player his size with the inside-outside offensive consistency he has, it's pretty impressive. Quite frankly, I'd just like to see him lead Orlando to more wins. Also, I feel like his game really peaked in October and November, and he did get injured. He did play well when he came back from the injury in February, but I feel like his game peaked before he was injured. So it's a little bit of an interesting situation with Mr. Vucci Mane. He only has 1 more season on his contract. He will be making $12.5 million next season, which for a player of his caliber, that's a pretty good deal. I'm really interested to see what happens here though, because I would say Orlando's 2 main long-term players right now are Aaron Gordon and Jonathan Isaac. I would not necessarily put Mr. Vucci Mane over those 2 in terms of long-term. So I could see Orlando trading him, because the contract he has is really friendly and it's expiring, and I could see something going on there. Although I could see this happening at the trade deadline next year too. I could see them keeping him for a little bit. I could see him finishing out the season there. Who knows, maybe he signs a contract extension. He could stay in Orlando too. I mean, he's a really talented player, and with the continued development of Aaron Gordon and Jonathan Isaac to go along with Mr. Vucci Mane, that could lead to a lot more success, especially if the Magic front office puts some more pieces to blend in with those 3. And he will still be only 28 years old throughout all of next season, so he's right in his prime. But overall, I really like Mr. Vucci Mane's game. With a fully healthy season, he would have finished a lot higher, and I thought he did well overall though, and I'm excited to see what he does going into the future. Thank you so much for joining us today. My name is Flynn Patrick, and we will be back shortly with the number 85 player.